Armada Village regular council meeting will now come to order. Will everyone rise for the pledge to allegiance to the flag, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Clark?
Here.
Conan? He's right here. Wallach?
Here.
Ballard?
Here.
Cooper? Here. Belkey? Here.
Approval of the agenda. What's the council's wishes?
Mr. President, this time I'd like to add the closed session as permitted under Act 267 of 1976 as amended for employee contracts, discussion of employee contracts.
You have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Support?
Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. At this time, we're opening up the floor for citizen comments. Anyone would like to address the council at this time?
Would I address the PAL stuff during?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. We'll move on to presentations. There is none tonight. Administrative reports, F&B.
Chris is here from the plant, and I'll turn it over to him.
It is the month of January. We had no exceedances. Everything was good on the permit side. We took our quarterly low-level mercury and copper samples as we're supposed to according to our permit. We got a lot of work done. We got the 6-inch K-style gutters put up. We got 3 new RPZs installed on the 27th. A company called Bumler Mechanical came out and went through our exhaust system in the grit room and looked at the alarms. We also had the generator is not on here, but we had that serviced. Actually got put on. And as of now, I've got my CMMS, computerized maintenance management system, all in place. On the back of the big reports, everybody's got, and it is the plan if anybody's interested to look at. These are all on file, all the work orders that we complete and do on all the equipment. Any notes, anything like that. There's an electronic file and a regular work order file for each month if anybody was interested in. If anybody asked to look at it, they would be able to. I got word that our air compressor is supposed to be here between the 5th and the 9th of March. Besides that, everything seems to just keep working on stuff, and it's coming around. So,
Great.
Great.
Thank you, Chris.
yep.
Anything else that you have? Okay. Treasurer's report, you have that in your packet? Any liaison reports other? No? Building department, you also have that, I believe?
I apologize for the way that printed. I don't know what happened.
You did it right.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the way he gets it to
You
me.
said we need new copiers, so I'll take.
Oh, no,
that
it's
as
not the
well.
copier. It's the way that I got it from the building inspector. It's
What's
whatever
that?
program he uses. It's not compatible with
I
mine.
was just trying to apologize.
Yeah. I wish it was somebody else's fault.
Okay, the consent agenda, approval of the regular council meeting minutes. Paying the bills. And we have the water account 10002. Special permit for Knights of Columbus is in. Special permit application for AHS, the Theater Department for the Four Corners. And set public hearing date
For the budget.
for the budget is right.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support?
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
All right?
Aye.
Motion carried. Old business, East Main Street project update, Teats Prospect Bridge update.
Well, the East Main Street project, there's no update on that. I signed another pay app, or about the last pay app for the Teach Prospect Bridge update, bridge project, and that's it. That's all we got, and the other concerns going to be taken care of after the,
Spring, you said, right?
after the asphalt factory's open.
That's on Teat Street?
Yes, or Prospect Street, Teach Street, one of those two, but, yeah, it's that
Prospect and
project.
Teats, yes.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Computer donation,
Well, I brought this back because we discussed bringing it back. I did talk to our IT guy, you have his response. Unfortunately, on the hard drive is QuickBooks. So, I mean, it's up to council what they prefer to do, but QuickBooks does contain payroll information.
It can be removed.
It can be removed.
It can be, we can wipe the hard drive.
Yep.
And if you wipe the hard drive, somebody like our guy, like Aaron, he can get in. You
There's
know.
no internet where this is going.
No, I know that, and I'm not worried about where it's going to right now. If it ever gets
It's 10
destroyed,
years old, it's not gonna last much
then
longer.
how will they destroy it? I mean, my fear is that information, I don't think anybody where it's going can go in and get it. I'm sure they can. I couldn't go in and get it.
You know?
But someone like our IT guy, or someone with that computer knowledge, can. And I asked him specifically about that, I did, I asked him specifically about that, and he says, well, you know, that's how some communities do it, they wipe the hard drive. You know, if we destroy that hard drive, you know, hard drives are not expensive, you know. I mean, it's
I don't
up,
know why mine cost me $260 then.
oh, I have no idea why you're going to 260, I have no
And
idea.
that was who Aaron sent me to.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
So,
is it possible to get one for $60? I heard this figure before, so.
That's what I've been told. I myself have not done research on that because it's not something I'm looking to buy. So I didn't look any further into that.
What about drilling a hole in this?
that's destroying it.
That destroys the
Just
hard.
destroy the whole thing.
Yeah, is that gonna work then, and we go with the donation?
Well, I think what Joe's concern is that once you destroy the hard drive, that's kind of the heart of the computer. So I mean, what you're donating then is a shell.
Well, see, I'm not a computer whiz, so.
Well, you ain't talking to one either, but
Well, that's why I say the thing is.
that's why I
I'm
relied
asking
on
the question.
our computer guy when I asked him. You know, I mean, all he said was the best way to dispose of or donate a computer is to remove the hard drive and destroy it. Any other method of wiping or reinstalling Windows could leave important or confidential data on it that could be retrieved at a later date. That's what he said. I don't know how. I couldn't do it. I'm sure Joe couldn't do
I
it.
think the key words in there is could be, and could be. There's possibility. There's always possibility of something. So Joe, where do you want to send this computer?
To the church.
To
It'll
the
be in the basement, there's no internet.
Calvary
There's only two-
Baptist?
Yeah, there's only 2 people who have access to it.
Okay. Mr. President, I'd like to offer a motion that we donate the computer from the village to Calvary Baptist Church and the treasurer to take charge of the project.
And I will take it to a professional
And
and
have it wiped.
have the tax program
We
taken off.
can have Aaron come in
Oh,
and do
Aaron can come
that.
in and do it,
But
that's fine.
again.
Yeah, but why would we pay?
For my,
Exactly.
if payroll's on that means social security numbers are on it. I would, if we're going to do this,
But you're gonna take QuickBooks off of it.
right, well, QuickBooks is licensed to us, so we
Right,
can't.
It doesn't say you can take that off of it.
But I would have Aaron do that, I wouldn't, I myself, I can't, obviously, I can't do
Okay.
it, you know, but, I mean, it's up to council, I've told you my concerns, it's up to you how you do it. Again, my concern is not where it's going right now, my concern is at a later date, it could be donated if the church donated it to a family or donated it to somebody or donated it somewhere else, I don't know where it's going to go.
How about if when they're done with it, they give it
It
back
comes
to
right back
us?
to us.
Come
right?
back to us.
That's
How
specification.
are we gonna keep track of that though? I mean,
Well,
I know, but you and I mean, you know, we, come November, we might not be here.
No, I'm there.
I mean, the public, when they do business with us, are trusting that we keep confidential and keep their information private, and I think us as village officials need to make sure that that happens. I'm sorry, Joe, I really, really want to. I can't, I think we have to do it. I think that we owe our residents and the people we do business with that. I think
Our
we owe it to
employees are who I'm
Yeah,
concerned about.
I
I mean,
agree
I'm
with
more,
that.
I'm more
I'm not-
concerned about the employees and us. You know,
I
I mean,
think you guys are putting too much out there for hackers. I mean,
Well,
how are
and
they gonna
very
get to
well.
it? They have to go to the basement in the church to get to it.
But
So,
really. once
okay,
it
that,
gets
it's
there-
fine,
Wait,
it's
wait.
fine, destroy it, I don't care, I
Well,
just thought it was a
there's
better
a motion on
idea
the table.
to
A motion, I
donate
need
it.
support. Somebody
There's no
support
one
it.
supported it. So,
Thanks for lack of support.
thank you, Lyle.
Sorry.
and I'm sorry, I know I feel terrible,
Yeah.
I do.
Well, my estimation, if that could be destroyed, and if, like I said, I heard a figure. of
If we yeah, I mean,
Wait a minute, if I heard the figure $60, I mean, getting the computer and putting a $60 investment, that would be very reasonable for them to operate. You know, I would have no question or problem at all. So naturally, I have no questions to donate it to the particular individuals there,
Without the hard drive.
without hard drive.
Now, if we can check into a couple more things, and if that can work out later, then we can do that.
Right, so,
Because it's not going anywhere.
no, it's not, no, it's
No,
been
not
sitting here
till
for,
that,
for
you know,
years,
so-
it's not going anywhere.
but yes, naturally, we want to dispose of it somehow, so I think in essence, that would be the easiest part. If they can invest in the $60, and I don't think they would probably mind in doing that. You know, is what I would guess. I know if it was me, if I could invest $60 and not spend maybe $300 or more for a new computer, it'd be, you know, worthwhile possibly is what I'm saying. So, but I'm not against donating it. Okay,
Yeah.
new business for the CDB public hearing. We're gonna set that now at 7:16.
Motion to go in?
Motion to go in, yes.
So move.
I'll second.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not,
We're gonna call roll on that, just, I'm not sure that we don't have to, so you mind calling roll to enter?
no, let's go roll then.
Okay. Clark?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Bullock?
Yes.
Ballard?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Pelkey?
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. We are into the public hearing now for the CDBG funds, and that is your department, your banana.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna open the floor to the
To
public
the public.
for their input.
Okay, obviously I'm here from Armada Pal, Armada Pal Camp, and we are requesting CDBG funds from the village. We've been in existence for, this will be our 32nd year of taking kids to camp. This past summer, we took camp and staff, or campers and staff, we took 318. Just to give you a little perspective, when Marv was police chief and I was a young officer here, when we started that, we took 123. So we've almost tripled in size over the time that we've been going. The village was very instrumental when we started our program back many, many moons ago, longer than Marv and I would like to remember.
Very enthused about it, too.
Yeah, and we've been going strong ever since, and the village has always supported us. So we are again requesting CDBG funds. The funds will be used to help offset the cost for campers who cannot afford to go. We have never in our 31 years turned away a camper because they did not have the funds to go. We've always made sure that we had a spot for every camper, sometimes through CDBG funds, sometimes through private donations from individuals in the community, and sometimes through other grants. But CDBG funds has always been our staple, and allowing us to help those children who cannot afford to due to low or moderate income.
If you guys notice, Sandy had wrote a letter that's involved, it's in here. And what she was asking for is 1,500. She told me she would be appreciative of any amount, you know, I mean, that's just, they're just putting it out there. After we're done with the public, I'll explain how much we have, so.
Sir, are you here for the,
Yes, sir, I am. My name's Jeff Dietrich. I'm here representing Samaritan House. And last year, you were kind enough to give us $3,000, which applied towards the $14,000 in food and assistance that we did for the Armada area. 241 individuals we served in the Armada area last year. Our total CBG money between all the municipalities was $17,000. And that allowed us to do meals and basic needs for 2,197 people in the local area, so. And we would love to get the same amount if we could, but anything you is perfect for us.
it sounds like we're down, aren't we?
No, we are, and I'll explain that when we go out of the
Yeah,
public
okay.
comment. Can you spell your last name for me, please?
Yeah, D-I-E-D-E-R,
Oh, hold on, I'm wrong. D-I-E?
yeah, D-E-R-I-C-H.
Oh, yeah, I heard you completely wrong.
What was your first name, sir?
Jeff.
Jeff, I got that.
Jeff, okay.
I got that right.
That one's easy.
Would you like me to make a motion to close the public hearing?
Yes, I think so, because that's the only two requests we have right now.
Time is 7:19. I make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll support.
No, I'm
Did
giving
I tell you?
I'm giving that one to Belkey. She said
Okay,
it
good.
first.
Okay, you heard it first.
That we don't need roll call on.
No, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All
Motion.
right. Go ahead. I'm jumping ahead.
All in favor. Did I hear?
We already said aye.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Very
all.
good, okay. Okay, and the reason we were able to be so generous last year was because we had a larger allotment, because we were on that 3-year cycle, if everybody remembers how that worked. Instead of getting 33,000 as we had in the years past, we went to 33,000, we got 96,000 last year. That's why we were able to give a larger chunk out last year. This year, we have been brought down to 7,500, which, you know, is what it is. The township does a calculation. Don't ask what the calculation is, because I don't think Sam or I could tell you, because we go to every meeting. But anyways, we're down to 7,500 total. So out of that 7,500, we are allowed to give 2,500 to nonprofits, and then 5,000 goes for what I'm suggesting, which we've talked about in the past briefly, is doing the cement work for the sidewalks for low to moderate income. Lyle has said that, I mean, we already gave him permission to do income surveys, so we'll get those started, we'll figure out our spots, and hopefully we'll have enough. The township, at their last meeting, very generously gave us their $5,000. So now our sidewalk program, instead of being 5,000, is 10,000, so that helps more people. And all that can do is pay for the residents' portion, because we always charge 50%. Can only pay for the residents' portion of the sidewalk program, but they have to income qualify. So if Mr. Ballard comes to your door asking to do a survey, and you are able to do so, and it works out, it will offset the residents' cost for sidewalk replacement. So in the motion that I prepared, it's to accept a gift. We have to be very clear that this is a gift from the township. It is given with no expectation of being paid back, with no expectation of us giving them their our CDBG funds next year. Because it's such a low amount, there's, you know, I mean, I don't know if the township would ever have any projects to do, you know. Next year we'll be in the same boat, it'll be, you know, small. If the sidewalk program works out, great, you know, it's like maybe it's something we can do every year. But, so your motion includes accepting the gift from the township, and whatever you guys decide to do with your 2,500, is up to you. We've had requests. I prepare every year for you guys the what we gave last time and to who. And this year, we have a couple less requests than we had last year. 3 of them didn't even request this last year, and 2 of them that are requested this time didn't request last time. So McCrest has requested $792, which I found that a strange amount. Unless I have a typo here. Nope, $792. Samaritan House, $3,000. Armada Pal, $1,500. Care House, $1,600. ASAP, $1,000. Oh, I'm sorry, $600. ASAP was $1,000. The Armada Senior Center is $1,100.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah, I was going to, but yeah, if you
Oh, go
want to.
ahead.
You'll notice in the other stuff that I give you, I always give you what they're asking the money for. You know, obviously Samaritan House is mainly a food pantry. McCrest is they provide emergency shelter through churches and that. They transport the people in need. Care House is, they provide child-friendly, family-centered investigations, prosecution, and treatment services to income-eligible child victims of sexual and physical abuse. She's been here in the past. She's not here tonight.
That's where we gave it to the township because we didn't have enough in our village, right? Is that the one?
Yes.
Care
Yes,
House?
it was.
Was that the one?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. That's one of them that you hope you never, ever
Right,
have to use.
absolutely, right.
But it's one that it's good to have an amount in there in case, you know, you do. PAL, obviously, as Tim said, is to send kids to camp. ASAP,
Pays for programs.
yeah,
for
yeah.
For the kids
For
to
the
still
kids,
take
for
part
low
in
income,
programs
so the
that
kids
don't
can
have
still be
money.
part of the program. I'm getting confused. She's broadly explaining what ASAP does, but in a sense, that's what they're doing. And the senior center is asking for $1,100. They want to buy new tables and chairs for the senior center. If you would like to add to that, Sam,
What we thought I'm the deputy clerk for the township, in case anybody doesn't know that. Part of my responsibilities is to make recommendations about the township CDBG money. The senior center director went to the county and got herself on the list of the approved nonprofits, and we didn't know that. But in actuality, what she can do is just up her budget and then save this money that goes to more specific needs in the community for that purpose. So we told her that we would just up her budget, and so don't include we didn't allocate any money to that at the township, and I'm recommending that we don't do that here.
since you're gonna up their allotment.
Because she can get it out of the budget, and that leaves more for the people that are out in the
Are truly
community
in
doing,
need.
yeah.
Right, okay.
So we could do 500 each of them, and that would be,
Some of these are asking for in certain increments, like ASAP was in increments of $60.
she can use it for anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, well, Sherry used to do that, so
Right.
yeah, I mean, 5,
If it's 5 of them and it's
It's $500 each.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what you guys get to decide. So,
Well, I'm for all keeping it here within the community. I
Yeah.
really am. I like the PAL and I like ASAP here. Each one of these nonprofits has a near and dear place in my heart. But when it comes to our people here at home, I think the charity begins at home. That's what I feel.
Now, the Samaritan House, that helps.
that helped 241 Armada area people who
That's right,
served
that's-
241 Armada area. That doesn't mean just village, it means township also.
I was just thinking, this, off the top of my head, 1,500 for PAL and 1,000 for Samaritan House. That way, I don't know.
Well, it would be the first year you didn't give to McCrest and Care
I know
House.
we've got such a low amount, but like Lyle
It's
said,
hard to make it.
these are immediate things that help our people in our community. I know McCrest does in a way too, but
I like to take 1,500 to the PAL camp, 500 to Samaritan House, and 500 to ASAP. So I like to.
I love that too.
I like that.
thinking that if we gave ASAP 180, that's times 3. She asked for in increments of 60, so
Okay.
that's 3.
Three kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Care House, they 600, that's their one that they're asking for. PAL had 2, I know it's not a lot, but it's complete for 2 kids, which would be $600, and then we'd have what would be left, we could split between the Samaritan House and Amcrest, which is $560 each. So it kind
Kind of gives everybody a little bit of something and it services.
and I don't know about, I mean, my experience with ASAP in the past, and maybe you have something to add, Sherry, is that that's there's not a good track record of scholarships, using money for scholarships. It's been my
You
experience.
have to,
Well, it depends on who's doing it, you
I mean,
know.
I
Yeah,
collect very
she did.
clear records and I sent them to the county.
Yeah, and she got
Oh,
paid.
you have to, in order to get the money, you have to document who it went to, you have to include their income statement that they fill out, the survey. You have to do that in order to get
Did all
that
that
money.
used up, because I,
Correct. It doesn't go to the municipality, it goes directly to the county.
Right.
In order to get the money, you have to do that.
Yes.
yeah, you guys just sign off and then transfer it, yeah. you-
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Can I make a comment here? Am I allowed to do that?
Sure.
Just so you know, for PAL, what we've done in the past is that there's been years when we haven't been able to sponsor a full kid because of our funds. So we might have like 20 kids that need help, and we might only have money for 10 or 15. And so what we'll do is we'll say to each of those children, okay, we can pay 200 of it, or we can pay 250 of it. We try and spread it out as much as we can. So, you know, we usually have more kids than we have money for, and then we go and then I go beat on doors and I'll go talk to, you know, Doc Rouse or whoever I can and say, hey, I need this kid, I don't have the money for that. Just so you know that's how we kind of spread it out as much as we can,
Right.
depending on how much we get. Now, we got some from the township this year, and so we'll take what we get from the township and the village, and then we'll spread that out amongst
Right.
how many kids we can. We'll always have more than we can sponsor, and then we go, when we have left, then we go knock on doors and see who we can get to help us out with the rest. So that's how we use our money, just so that you know.
Good, thank you. What is council's wishes of you?
I think we're still discussing.
Well, we're still discussing, but I think we should have a motion also, and then discuss after that. Support.
Mr. President, I resolve to accept the gift of $5,000 from Armada Township for the sidewalk program and to approve the fiscal year 2016-2017 CDBG program based upon an entitlement of $7,500 and allocated as follows: to McRest, $560, Samaritan House, $560, Armada PAL, $600, to Care House, $600, and to ASEP, $180.
I'll second.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion?
Anybody have a calculator? I mean, I know that about the time we don't check it, it won't be
I'm
right.
gonna do it right now. Okay.
It's on the nose? Okay. All right, as long as it's good.
Mhm. Yep, on the list. What is the total equaling $2,500?
Do you need to say the capital projects also for
Oh.
5,000?
Capital projects, I made a sidewalk program, $5,000.
Okay. All right, that's all you had to add.
That's it?
Yep.
I'll still second.
Okay. Is any more discussion? If not, I'll have a roll call, as this is money.
Yep. Bailey?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Bullock?
Yes.
Belkey?
Yes.
Okay, motion carried.
Thank you for coming out, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Sorry we
Wish we had
couldn't
more.
make more money, but
We'll take whatever we can get.
maybe next time.
Thank you very
Might
much.
be better for us.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thanks
Have a
for
great
coming
weekend.
out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good seeing you all again.
You too.
See you, Kevin.
Good we even have to go into public hearing?
Yes,
No.
yeah, you still gotta go through the motions.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you like me to make a motion to
Go
open it?
ahead.
Or he has to announce the agenda first? There's no motion on here, we do have to do a public
Right,
hearing,
we
right?
have to do a public hearing.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah, okay, it's all set.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the public hearing,
I'll make a motion to go into the public hearing to consider the adoption of ordinance amending the village zoning ordinance to reduce the size of the planning commission from 7 to 5 members at 7:32.
Support.
moved and supported, discussion. If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. So, we've had problems with the planning commission to get members, and it's probably fitting proper, in other words, that we decrease from 7 to 5. And naturally, there's still one opening right now that we could fill for somebody, but at least they have a quorum with 4 members. So,
Would you like me to close the public hearing?
I was gonna say,
now?
open it
Well-
to the public.
Well, I just want to add, and if I think I'm correct, this won't be the first time we've done this. I think we had 9 before, and we went down to 7.
7.
yes, I believe so too, so.
Is there a minimum of what the planning commission can have? I mean,
I think 5 is.
5 is the minimum, 5 statute, okay.
You know, that way they have a quorum for sure, but if someone's absent, they still have a quorum
So
for
that'd be
4.
4 with 3, right.
So that, they'd have to have, can have the meeting, I should say. So that would be proper, you know, so, if we could get these people in regularly, as we request, and as someone either drops off or whatever, it'd be very, very pleasant then, you know, so. So actually, we are,
We're still in public hearing.
yeah, we're still for the hearing,
No public.
and we're gonna go, no public, no. So what was that time on it?
7:34 is what it is. now.
7:34, so
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
close the public hearing at this time.
Support. Go ahead.
By Clark. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
I do have a question though, just about the language.
Mhm.
Under section 1A, it says, of the members of the village council elected and serving, so that means not appointed?
Hold on.
It's like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I
4,
see where it is.
6.
I gotta read the whole thing here though.
Just curious why there would be that differentiation if, as an appointed.
As appointed by the
Council member,
village
I know.
president to serve as member, all right, that's an ex officio. An appointment by the village president shall be subject to approval by a majority vote of the members of the village council elected and serving. So they're saying that that's just, it's who was elected and serving are the people that vote on his suggestion for the placement
So
on the
even
planning
though,
commission.
as an appointed person, because I'm serving, that qualifies as
Yes.
to vote on that? Or
Yes.
they're
Yes.
excluding
Absolutely.
people?
Yeah, no, yes, I think, yeah, I believe so, I'll check that.
Yes.
It's not gonna matter for the ordinance per se. I mean, you might just have to abstain, but I think you're fine.
She was appointed
I
to
thought-
fill a term.
She
Yeah.
was,
So
right, but she wasn't
therefore-
elected, it's that word
No,
elected that's making her
Right,
question.
just curious
Yeah.
if,
Once she's on the council, she is official.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I would say that the other word, what was it, elected?
in serving.
Yeah, I would say serving is
And
what
serving
covers you.
Is what covers you.
Yeah, because he's even got that double on there, so.
Where is the motion for this?
It's on page 2.
Page
It's
2.
right before the ordinance.
I can make it if you can find it.
Yeah.
One more page. No, one more page.
Mm-mm. I didn't get that one.
Second, there's the agenda statement, and it's the next page after the agenda statement.
Like a half a page.
Go ahead, make it.
Okay. Be it ordained to adopt the ordinance amending the village zoning ordinance to reduce the size of the planning commission from 7 to 5 members and amending the village code and ordinances to delete duplicate provisions regarding the planning commission.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not,
Do we have to
I'm
do
sorry,
roll
who's
call?
supported?
Clark.
I did.
Do we have to do roll call on this?
Um,
This is
It
ordinance?
can't hurt, so, yeah.
Yeah, let's do a roll call.
Cooper,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Elke,
Yes,
Baylor,
Yes.
Wallach,
Yes. Motion carried. Jurisdictional transfers. Just I gotta find that, here we go. This is Lyle's department, actually.
probably more Joe.
Thank you, Mr. President. What a jurisdictional transfer is when you annex in a piece of property, the road frontage on the front of it goes with it. And so, seeing as though we have annexed in out the south end of town, where we annexed in Blake's, we would like to take responsibility for that road, which increases our Act 51 money. So, with that being said, this item I had asked to be on the agenda, and I would like to petition the county to request a jurisdictional transfer of ownership of the portion of North Avenue within the recently annexed area. So,
I'll
that's it.
second.
I haven't made a motion yet.
Oh, I thought you just said.
No, I
made it.
didn't.
Oh.
So I will resolve to allow the street administrator Lyle Ballard to petition the county, the Macomb County, to request a jurisdictional transfer of ownership of the recently annexed portion of North Avenue.
I'll second.
Moved and supported.
Sorry about that, Mr. Baylor.
Okay.
Discussion.
It needs to be clear that you're only annexing that half of the
Right,
street.
that half of the street, I'm sorry.
Any other discussion on it?
That's the west side of the street?
East.
East side.
East side of the
East
street,
side.
yes.
because the west side's already there.
The west
West
side
side
still
is
belongs to the
township.
township.
Yeah.
Why?
Township's outside the village limits.
You only annexed in that side, not that side.
Not the other
And
side
it-
of the road, because
Right.
we do that.
It only, isn't it just like the middle of the road?
Yes.
In the middle of the
Correct, center of the
yeah.
road.
Yeah.
Senator, right.
And basically, the supporting documentation is here, so that you consider, if you consider certain roads in your local street system to be of sufficient importance to be reclassified as major streets, a request must be submitted using a form of 2008A, which is on page 17. Electronic forms can be found at the Michigan Department of Transportation on their website, and this form must be filled in completely and including the justification specified for each request and reclassification of major street. Okay, and what they do is they will make any adjustments to the major and local street mileage as a result of the classification changes and guidelines section of major streets are located on page 1 of the uniform criteria for major street handbook. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, and there's gonna be some resolutions, I guess, come before council once we get everything done, and we'll do that at a later date, right, Joe? Okay, that's it.
You know, there'd be so many feet extended, in other words, that's what it is, what it's saying, you know, so, on that particular side. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye?
Motion carried. Nobody's home. Bathroom cabinets for the village office. Joe has purchased 2, one for each bathroom. And she got a deal on one, which was a floor sample.
She had a deal on both of them.
Yeah, the next day they went up to $319.
Yeah,
Went off the vanity top and the mirror.
Good job, Joe.
yeah,
Yeah, she's a power shopper.
she is.
Yeah.
Well, you got there in time, see how
Yeah, I
good
did,
you
the
are?
day before.
Very good, so she had a good buy on these.
Very nice.
So we'll be getting them installed, and I think she's probably gonna have, something to say on it too, so if anybody has any, input they'd like to give her or so too on it, she'll probably be glad to listen to you.
And it is in the budget, we just need to approval for
which we put in
expenditure.
last year, so.
Mhm.
To redo the bathrooms,
Yeah.
new flooring, paint, cabinets.
Good deal.
Are you installing them, Joe?
I'll help. She could.
I'll help.
Well, we get the DPW can do the plumbing on it,
Yes,
so.
I don't do plumbing.
They'll do most of it under her direction, I think,
Okay.
you know, so.
Mr. President, all resolved to allow the purchase of the supplies, $2,000 to remodel village office bathrooms.
Now, second,
I'd like to state that those cabinets did not cost $2,000. That,
No, they didn't.
that was
Another
not,
thing.
well, the motion kind of implies that those cabinets were nowhere near that. That's just to cover all the expenses to
Right.
redo the bathroom. That way we don't have to bring it back to you to buy paint or to buy tile.
So it could be possible, might be less than that.
I'm sure.
Oh, no, it probably will be, but that's not even
That
what
is
we
two
budgeted.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
So, did we have a support on it?
No, yeah.
I supported.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, naturally, we are spending some money. Let's get a roll call on it.
Cooper? Yes. Ballard?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Bullock?
Yes,
Pelkey? Yes.
motion carried. Budget amendment correction, budget amendments. This is Joe's.
I'm actually gonna pull this for right now, because, the revenue portion is simply that the original budget amendment that you did on the 8th should have been $100 higher. That I can still redo later, but the bottom portion of it is going to come out of the, repair and maintenance, and there's already provisions in the budget for the transfer for that, so a budget amendment on that portion of it for Bowman isn't even necessary.
Okay.
I just want to make one correction on your notes. It said repair. All they were doing was checking things out. They didn't repair anything. They wanted to see what was working and what was not working down there. It's a part of that alarm system tied into the ventilation system.
So the
It
fiber-
said,
they
it said,
were
I think
Yeah,
it
it
means
says for repair
repair.
of ventilation
All they
system.
were doing was just checking the
Inspecting
it.
status or
Yeah.
inspecting it.
So in the
Not really
inspection.
repairing it, just so you know.
They charge us $542 to inspect it?
Very good.
That place ain't cheap.
Well, we have to bring the
Yes, we are.
first one back in? Joe?
Yeah, I'll bring it back at the next meeting
Yeah, okay.
for the $100.
Do we need a motion to do that?
No.
No, you don't need to, I'll just bring it back, and depending on if it affects the bottom line of that line item, it may not even need to for $100.
Well, then we have to go for the public hearing approval dates.
Didn't we do that under consent?
We did.
So don't have to.
I did it on here twice.
Mhm.
Well, okay, so I guess we'll pull that off too. Whoops.
You don't work an overtime, boy.
Well, you know, yeah, how did I do that? Okay,
You work
well,
overtime.
just so everybody knows, the public hearing is March 28th at 7 PM for the budget approval.
I gave you some credit.
Yeah, I don't know, I think it's just my senioritis.
Okay, let's see, what else have I got here?
Let's go into public hearing for,
Yeah, that's already said. No citizens in the audience,
Exactly.
and any council comments at this time? No council comments? Any community events at the?
The schools have a half day Wednesday and a half day Thursday for records, and they have no school on Friday for an all day in service.
Makes me wish I was back in school.
Good, very good, thanks. So,
Entering into executive session.
oh, we're going to close session now.
Yeah, we gotta do roll on it though, so.
Yeah.
I make a motion to go into closed session. The time is 7:46 after a 2-minute recess.
sport,
And what time did you have, Sharon?
7:46.
Can we state what that was for?
Oh, it's for employee contracts. And we will bring the meeting back to order if there are any motions to be made.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, there was Sherry, did you have support?
yes.
Yes. Marilyn.
Okay.
All in favor?
It's got a roll call, what to go in.
Oh, okay, let's go roll call.
Okay, Cooper,
Yes.
Ballard,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Belkey,
Yes.
Wallach.
Yes, motion carried.
We exit executive session at 8:32.
I second.
Moved and supported. Discussion. If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. We're back into regular session. There will be no motions. So it's fitting and proper that we go into the
Adjourning.
adjourning the meeting.
The time is 8:32. I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Sport.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.